No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, there is a force that unites us all. Join the movement and let your lips do the talking with Aide Cosmetics, available on aidecosmetics.com.
You in love with me, but I'm not the girl of your dreams, 'cause I've been rocking and dodging the beat of love. Baby, I'm not the one for you. I'm not letting you on 'cause you know my truth, but I know just what to do for you, 'cause when that Jones come down, hey, na 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 na, hey, ooh, na 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 na. When that Jones come down, hey, nothing you can do about it.
Good evening. Welcome to My Sister Circle. Thank you guys for joining us on this amazing night. How are you all?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so good today. You know, I was supposed... Sunglasses? Okay. Sorry, guys. So, you know, I was supposed to be in Atlanta today.
My favorite place.
Okay, so what you guys did not know is that I was going to be in Atlanta today doing the show from Atlanta while I was here in the studio. As you guys know, the airlines are crazy right now, so that's that. No hard feelings. I'm not upset. I'm sad a little bit, a little tiny bit.
A little bit.
But I'm still excited because we still were able to get our amazing guest on today.
Yeah.
She is going to guest host with us today. She is going to have a special performance on today. So let me tell you guys about our special guest, because I'm not sure if you guys know. So our special guest today is Miss Nee.
Yay.
Okay. Our special guest is Miss Nee, the Miss Nee that did our intro song, that does our intro song that you guys hear every time you tune into My Sister Circle. When you hear when the Jones come down, that is Miss Nee.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm super excited.
I just found out that was her today.
I'm super excited that you get to meet her, that you get to see her.
I am
Me and Nene been friends for over 20 years.
Nice.
Okay, that is my best friend. That is my sister. I love her. Everything about her, I love her energy. I love her spirit. Everything about her. We've never had a falling out.
That's beautiful.
We had a few disagreements, but we're able to come back to the table and discuss it. So I am super excited that she is on this team, because I consider her being on this team that she does an intro for our amazing show. That, and you know, just some things in the works on getting us some different music as well. So I'm excited to welcome in my sister. Okay, I got you. So I'm really excited to welcome in my sister and my best friend, over 20 years of friendship, sisterhood. I'm excited to welcome in Miss Nee, and we are going to get her in a second, because she is live in the studio waiting virtually, because see, we got a live virtual studio, and so I'm excited about technology too, the fact that we can even do this.
Beautiful thing.
Yes. So Charlie, we good? Okay, no, you do your thing, Charlie. So how was your week,
It's been a busy week, but a good week.
A busy week? What made it so busy, if I can ask?
Work has been busy. Kids, and they're in a summer school program, so like dropping them off in the morning, rushing to finish my day to get back to them, dinner, bedtime, bath time. I am so looking forward for it to be Friday night, the weekend.
Because you're off on the weekend.
I am, and I'm going to sleep a mighty blessed sleep.
Well,
I'm not leaving my house. Nobody called me to do nothing. She said she's sleeping
a mighty blessed sleep.
Blessed sleep, induced by Benadryl. Amen.
Not induced by.
Yeah, because I want to make sure I get right on in there.
You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. So do you.
Always look beautiful.
Thank you.
Always. I'm excited that you are my co-host. Like every time, Thursday comes. I know y'all hear this a lot from us, but every time Thursday comes, I am excited to be here in the studio with you because of your energy, because of your spirit. It's always amazing to be around you, even in times where you're going through, that you silently go through.
Yeah.
Because you do that a lot.
I am a silent, what is my friend called? A silent sufferer.
We do that a lot, though, especially women. Silent suffering is...
You do,
It's something that we, definitely women have to work on, because we do that a lot. Yeah. But I still appreciate your energy and your spirit when it comes into the studio, because we always make sure that we have a professional setting. So we come in the studio with issues, and we pray and we leave the issues at the door. We try to anyway. We do our best, but that's why you guys hear us be so transparent on air, because we try to get, it's like a therapy session for us too.
It is, and this is ministry as well. So I feel like, I'm not a minister. You are.
Wait a minute.
She is.
Our co-host. Hey! How are you?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Good.
So although I was supposed to be there, I'm so happy to see you on the screen.
Yeah, you're going to be here tomorrow though, right?
I know. I wasn't going to tell nobody, but thanks. Everybody will be there tomorrow. Now everybody knows. Yeah, I guess everybody knows now. We're going to have to make sure the next time we say the do's and don'ts, we can say everything.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
What's up?
I'm kidding. Hey, everybody. So this is Nene. Nene.
Hi, Nene.
Hey.
Nice to finally
I'm
meet
glad you told us of Nene.
What you want me
Nice
to call
to meet
you?
you
What
too.
you want me to say, Miss Nee? I'm sorry.
Let's just...
It's habit. It's habit.
I know. It's all good.
Okay,
It's all
I'm
good. Ain't
sorry.
nobody tripping.
Miss Nee. I got it now. I got it. Payback for the telling everybody that where I'll be tomorrow. That's all.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So real quick, I want you guys to do something for me. I want you guys to tag in people, invite them, share it, everything that you need to do to bring in people, because this is going to be a dynamic show. If you guys have not seen Miss Nee perform spoken word, if you've not heard anything that she has written, any of her music, this will definitely be a treat. So I want you guys to make sure that you share, tag in people, everybody that is watching now. I want you to tag in at least 5 people. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you tell people that we are on YouTube and we are on Facebook Live right now. And we're going to go to commercial
And then come back with our Sister of the Week.
Come back with our Sister of the Week.
All right. Peace.
All right.
No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, there is a force that unites us all. Join the movement and let your lips do the talking with Aide Cosmetics, available on aidecosmetics.com.
Is it on me? It's on me.
It's on you.
Okay, always. Okay. Welcome back, guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Listen, I need you guys to really bring these people into this show today, because our topic is, what's our topic today,
Mother-daughter relationships.
Mother-daughter relationships. So listen, I know that you guys
absolutely
need to tune in for healthy mother and daughter relationships, sustaining healthy mother and daughter relationships, because mother and daughters is always, it's
a tough spot.
Praise God. That's what Charlie said. Praise God. Praise God. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our Sister of the Week. And our Sister of the Week, let me tag her in. So our Sister of the Week, I've known the Sister of the Week that was chosen. Is Nee back on? Okay. So our Sister of the Week is none other than Lamatria Talley.
Yay!
Yay!
We don't have a drum roll, but I'll do it. Yay.
Okay, so our Sister of the Week was chosen by my daughter, Nijay. I asked Nijay, I said, Nijay, I'm panicked because I haven't heard the Lord tell me who's Sister of the Week yet.
Yeah.
So, Nijay, who can be Sister of the Week? And Nijay said, Lamatria. Jasmine's godmother. Lamatria is my daughter's godmother. Lamatria is an amazing woman. She has 2 children. She has 2 twins. Anybody that has twins, I think you guys are amazing. You guys have a special calling on your life.
Yes, indeed.
You guys are anointed in different ways than us mothers with just single children that birth single children. You guys are anointed in special ways. So she is anointed in a special
my
way.
fellow twin mama.
She has
God
a boy and
bless
a
you.
girl, and I think they're 3.
Okay. Oh,
3
they're
years old.
little.
Okay.
All right.
She is an amazing businesswoman. She owns Blinged by Lady. It's paparazzi jewelry. She owns that. She does several different businesses. She's always into a business, and she always excels at her business. So I'm glad that Nigel chose Lamatria as Sister of the Week, because I definitely wanted to shine some light on her. I know her to be someone that supports her family, someone that is there for her family and her friends. She is the show up girl. She is the one that is going to show up for every event, the one that's going to show up for her family no matter what, thick or thin, whatever it is. That's who I know her to be. So I'm excited that she was chosen for our Sister of the Week.
Way to go.
Yes. So congratulations, Matria, on being Sister of the Week. I hope that when you watch this later on today, that it just shines some light for you and just give you some encouragement that, you just keep pushing through, because you are a beautiful young lady. You are doing it with them twins. Listen, my hat's
3 years old.
3.
And a business owner. That's a lot.
And she works.
Ooh, mama.
And I want to say she worked for like DPS schools or something.
She's a warrior.
Say it again.
A warrior.
She works for kids. She working kids with kids.
That's
and
a warrior.
She got 2 little babies that are twins.
That's a warrior.
That is different.
Serious,
but great. All right, so we are going to move on with our show, because I do want to make sure that we have enough time for all the things that needs to be done today.
Yes.
So, you got anything for us that you want to add real quick?
Nothing
Okay.
I can think of. I'm really excited to hear Miss Nee, though.
Yay! So,
Spoken word is my thing, and
Good.
I'm ready to hear it. Yeah.
okay. So, Nee. All right. So, I telling people about us and our friendship and the dynamics of our sisterhood and everything, that's one thing. To be able to just, speak about just us in general, as I told them on air earlier today, that we've been friends for over 20 years, and that you just an amazing person. Your energy, your spirit is amazing. Everything about you is amazing. But there's nothing like allowing them to hear it for themselves. So before you perform, I want you to just tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a poet. I just recently joined a group called New Outcast. We just dropped our EP entitled New Outcast. That's NU Outcast, OUTCAST. So yeah, y'all should go check that out. Plug, shameless. But I'm a poet in every way, in the way that I dress, in the way that I talk, in the way that I carry myself. So yeah, I'll do some poetry for y'all. I live in Atlanta.
Go ahead.
No, I don't really got nothing to know.
So about your business, tell us about your businesses.
Oh yeah, well I make copper and stone jewelry. Awesome. These are a couple pieces that I've made. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is copper, pure copper, and I don't know if y'all know about copper. Copper has benefits for the blood. If you're anemic, which I am, it has benefits for the blood with anemia. Different stones have different meanings. Mine is amethyst for anxiety. It helps with anxiety. And I really started learning about that because, I don't know, I just woke up one day. I was like, I wonder what I knew what my birthstone was, but I was like, I just was interested. Like, what does it mean? I don't know for what. I feel like it was a download. And I just started researching it. I'm like, are you serious? Health benefits? So yeah, I ended up buying mine, and then I ended up buying my girls and end up wrapping it as a necklace. And people were like, "Oh, where'd you get that?" And I was like, "Hey, I made it." And then so that's how I started selling them, and it just kind of expanded from there. Bracelets, and and now I'm making candles. And
do you have any of your candles with you?
I do. Can you give me 1 second? I'll grab it.
Yep, I sure will.
Hold on.
That's awesome that she's talking about the stones and all that, because while I was in Atlanta, my favorite place,
Your favorite
my
place.
absolute favorite place, one of my favorite places, I went to a stone shop there, and kind of like a novice, had no idea what I was doing, but just getting some of the education, and I was like, this is really cool. So at the beginning of the year, I went with my best friend, and she gifted me some stones, and I
Wow.
love them.
Wow.
I really, really love them.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
but I need to
something?
like brush up and get more education about
I'm sure
them.
Miss Nee could educate you on that,
Yeah,
because
I
that
wanna
is
know.
definitely her thing. Okay.
She's back.
So I'm back. So yeah, trying to turn it so you can see it.
Oh, it's
So
beautiful
this
too.
is my
so
candle.
cool.
And then in the inside I have flowers and stuff in it.
I love that.
Yeah, and I
She want where can we purchase?
well, you can go to my Instagram right now. I'm working my website. My Etsy website is under construction because I'm just trying. I have a lot of different things that I'm trying to put up there. So the candles will be one of them that I'm putting up there as well. But copper and stone jewelry. You want me to text it to you so you can because it's like copper underscore
I'll put it on the page later.
copper
Yep, I'll put it on the
copper
page.
underscore.
Oh, I think
Go
he's putting
ahead.
it up now. No, go
Put it
ahead.
up now.
Yeah. So it's copper underscore and underscore stone underscore jewelry. I had a whole brain fart that just happened.
That's okay.
There we
Listen,
go.
I was like,
it happens to us all the time.
Copper and stone
it's
jewelry.
gone.
Okay,
Yeah.
so whatever, I'll make sure that I put it on the page as well, because we like to make sure that we put everything up on the page after the show ends as well. So,
Okay.
all right, so the amazing thing that everybody has been waiting for is to hear you perform.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell us what you're going to do today.
I'm gonna do Crazy Love because I feel like we've all can relate to love or the lack thereof. So it's called Crazy Love.
So before you
And-
begin, before you begin, so that my producer doesn't kill me because I did not tell you that just if there's any profanity in there, can you just skip over it or bleep it out?
Oh yeah, it's not in there.
Okay, great. Let's keep it moving then.
I don't think. Look.
But just don't have my producer kill me today. Please don't.
No, okay, I got you. I got your
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Okay. It's called Crazy Love. It's so amazing how love drives you crazy. I mean, not just crazy, but to the brink of insane. See, the love that you had has submitted itself to hate. It's written all over your face. Not just hate, but disappointment and disgust. And all you can think is, what about us? What happened to trust? And why are we us? How is it that the road that once was paved in gold has now come to a fork? Well, my only intentions were to love you and give you my support, but it's cool. Because I guess I was a good sport. In a game I was unaware playing, I'm saying, why couldn't we both be real about the situation? And right now, these problems probably wouldn't face us. See, it's amazing how love drives you crazy. I mean, not just crazy, but to the brink of insanity. I am managing to maintain my composure, but in the inside, I'm exploding. Reloading the thoughts in my head from the words that you said has gotten me upset. So tear ducts flood, leaving my cheeks wet, because I can't forget how much I love you and won't forget how much I hate you. But this situation that I'm faced with is just so crazy because it's love. Peace. That's that piece.
Wow.
Hey.
Yes.
You know,
Amazing.
I definitely every time Lee does her spoken word, it's like you go into this place.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody is else in the room, and you
It
go into this place.
transports you somewhere.
It definitely does, and it's been like this ever since we've been in high school. You know, in high school, I remember high school, college, everything. I remember. This is what we did. We would get on the phone, and this is what she would do.
Yeah.
And so it was so special for me because these were our moments, and she would share, and and she would perform just like she performed for you guys. She would perform that just like that with just me on the phone.
Beautiful.
So it's always been amazing. You've always been the dopest. I always love to just see you in your element. It's always been like that, though.
I appreciate that so much.
You got another one for us? No profanity.
Let me see. Let me see.
I'm just saying, just making sure it's no profanity.
Well, it's not a
I don't
poem.
want to get in trouble.
It's not a poem. It's a
Okay.
piece of a song that I'm working on.
Do you want to? Is that something that you
Sure.
want to do? Okay, great.
Let's hear it. I'm all for it.
I just want a little bit of your time. If you tell me yes, I promise you I'll tell you why. I just want a little bit of your time. If you tell me yes, I promise you I'll show you why. I just want it. I just want it. I just want it. I just want it. I just want a little bit of your time. If you tell me yes, I promise you I'll show you why. Why? I just want a little bit of your time. That's it.
Voice is gorgeous.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So, guys.
So we should be seeing you like on TV and stuff real
Absolutely.
soon, Miss
Of
Me,
course.
right?
Yeah, actually if you want, you like right now the EP New Outcast Memory Lane is going crazy on SoundCloud. It's called Memory Lane by New Outcast. Cross and John A. A part
Can you
of the
put the
group.
album up, Charlie, please?
Yeah,
Okay.
if y'all go, I mean, I have music out now. When That Jones Come Down, as you know, your intro, and also what they say, you better tread lightly.
It is a tread lightly one. It is a tread lightly one, but it's still amazing. It's still amazing,
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
It definitely is, and even with her spoken word, she has spoken word album as well that she put out with. I mean, just some amazing spoken word on the whole thing. And how many is it on there?
You know what, Juana? They said I had to pull that back because like you got it, but I have to. I'm going to re-release it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
okay.
It's
you don't have to talk
exclusively
about
for you.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, I feel so special. All right. So I'm gonna have Charlie put up the album just so everybody can see it.
The artwork is amazing.
So you guys, that
Awesome,
is the
thank
new
you.
album out right now. You guys can go download that on all social media, on all music platforms. So iTunes, everything. So I have it. Download it. I definitely listen to. I have a favorite that I will not mention, but it's my favorite. Okay, it's my favorite. But you guys go listen for yourself. It is an amazing album. I did want 30 seconds of it to be played of Memory Lane. For Charlie, did you get that pulled up? Did it work? No. Okay. All right. So. Okay, Charlie. No, I just don't want to ask a question. Okay, so we can keep moving on. So neat. Oh, okay.
Did he get it?
I think he's playing it.
Yeah. Awesome. Put y'all favorite in the comments below.
Can hear it.
It's like low.
So good.
All right. So okay. I know we definitely was having some technical difficulties getting that uploaded so that it can play through the actual screen. So our producer worked it out a different way. So we just thank our producer for always improvising for us. So make sure that you guys go ahead and download that, stream it from everywhere. Thank you. Oh, okay.
Go run it up.
Thank you. Yes, definitely, guys. Stream it every day. Okay, stream it all day. Just continue to stream it all day, every day, through YouTube, through iTunes, through SoundCloud. Just continue to do it. Okay, back to back.
Yes.
You guys will definitely enjoy the lyrics. It's real music. You guys will definitely enjoy the vocals of Miss Nee. So, no, don't. What you say? Okay. So we're gonna go to a quick commercial, and then we're going to Nee. Actually, before we do that, Charlie, can you put up her performance dates? So can you let us know where we can find you at for the next couple shows in Atlanta?
I'm going to be in Atlanta. It's Candy. It's actually a candy shop, which just I think is really cute. It's called Club Candy, and I know it probably sounds like a strip joint. I mean, I ain't got no problem with that either. But it's a candy store. But they asked me to be a part of Talent Overload. And if you go to their page, Club Candy, or to mine, which is Instagram, that's where I'm always at missneefeels.com. I mean, look at me. At Miss Nee Feels on IG. That's MSNEEFEELZ. If you following me, then you'll see the dates. And then August 20th, I have another show. It's going to be Zodiac Art Exhibit, in which I think it's gonna be a pretty cool show. The artist is amazing. He actually is my cousin, but his work is amazing. His name is Darian Goodman. If you look him up, he does artwork with graphite, and like his paintings are like huge. They're like wall size paintings.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's out here in Atlanta as well. Asked me to be a part of it, and I'm just honored to be a part of it. So if y'all are out in Atlanta, like I said, follow my IG page, because I'm still getting a lot of the info for the art exhibit, where it's gonna be at. I'm just really bad at that. I'm gonna lie. He told me where.
I put your IG information up in the Facebook comments though.
Okay, that's what's up.
Okay. So you guys, these are her performance dates on the screen. I will be, actually, since she told you guys where I'll be tomorrow, I'll be there with her tomorrow. I'm excited about that. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll go ahead tomorrow and stream from my Sister Circle page so that you guys can see her. Since you guys won't be there in Atlanta with me, unless you are going, and if you are going, great, meet us there. But if not, I am going to stream from my Sister Circle page so you guys can see the show.
Awesome.
That's what's up.
So nice meeting you, Miss Nee. Hopefully it's in the flesh one day soon.
Listen, it's gonna be in the flesh.
Yeah.
She loves Atlanta anyway.
I do. I've been there so many times this year, so yeah.
When you come down here, hit me up.
I sure will. I'm gonna add you on IG tonight.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Awesome.
All right, so don't go anywhere, Nee, because you are guest host for this amazing topic for today. So we are going to go to commercial really quick, and then once we come back, we are going to come back with discussing this topic, okay?
Are you a Black-owned business looking to expand your global reach? If so, get listed today at blackpearldirectory.com. Rare, organic, and valuable Black-owned businesses are showcased to the world. Black Pearl Business Directory. Your showcase for all things Black-owned business and more.
Yeah, you good?
Her spoken word out cold, ain't it?
Love it.
Thank y'all.
No matter who you are, no matter where you come
hear
from,
y'all.
there is a force that unites us all. Join the movement and let your lips do the talking with Ide Cosmetics. Available on Ide Cosmetics.
You make me want to go, like, let me get a ticket.
No.
Get a ticket real quick.
Open up on
And we are back. If you guys missed Miss Nee and her awesome spoken word, shame on you, but you have an opportunity to go back and rewind. And our topic for today is an interesting one, so we hope you are tuning in. If you're just getting here, tag a couple people. We are going to be talking about mother-daughter relationships.
They could hear us on commercials, so interesting. Always. We always get got like that.
You can hear us.
Sometimes we get got like that. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we're able to catch it and just hold our hand over the mouth.
At least I didn't say anything crazy this time.
We do sometimes, though. So
yes, sometimes.
We're doing really well. We are doing we are maturing.
Lord. Yes, we are.
We are growing. We are
like
growing.
Plants.
Because it's okay. Yeah, we know, guys. The mics were on through the commercial. We're sorry. We didn't say anything crazy or that it can land us in jail or off the air. So hey, we're good. You know, we still got everything intact. We good. All right, y'all just heard the extra part of the conversation that was personal. What? Hey, whatever. All right.
I was all in it.
I know we was all. It happens though.
Sometimes.
Charlie.
Charlie,
You see my face, Charlie? Okay. Charlie, you can't be letting us slip up like that, Charlie.
Thank God I'm tired. I'm a little kind of sleepy today because usually the Lord knew.
That's okay. All right, moving on.
Just want to
moving on. Okay, go ahead, O.
So we're talking about mother-daughter relationships and some of the greatness and complexity that comes with them.
Complexity, my goodness.
Yes, complexity with a capital C. Sister Deborah, I hope you're not watching.
She's on.
Is she on? Hi, Mom.
All right.
No, but I think mother-daughter relationships, especially like it's a two-way thing now. It's either like you have a really great relationship with your mom or you guys are just not on speaking terms. I don't really hear too much of like a gray area. It's either really great or it's really tumultuous. And I feel like more so now that like people are like discovering things about themselves and reevaluating their relationships and boundaries, that sometimes the relationships with your parents, mainly your mother, might be under a little bit of scrutiny.
Yeah, so I would have to say that I do think it's a little gray area with the mother-daughter relationship. And the only reason I say that is because, sometimes me and my mom go through seasons where, we are calling each other every day, but then we go through seasons where, it's it's not personal. We're not mad at each other. It's just life, So I think it is a little bit of a gray area. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing or it's a good thing, but overall, I think a mother-daughter relationship is very important. It's a very important part of just your livelihood, and even having that healthy, unhealthy. Some people have the unhealthy and the healthy relationship with your mom.
Yeah.
That lays the foundation.
Absolutely.
I think and even with kind of hurt. Different generational things, that lays foundation of a healthy or an unhealthy relationship of who you're going to be.
Absolutely. I think it establishes what the relationship is like. If you have children, if you have daughters, how your mother was, or we can even go back and say how your mom's mom was with her.
Seriously. Yeah,
has a trickle-down effect as how your mother treats you and shows love, and is it reciprocated, and then how you in turn treat your children, and it's like an ongoing cycle. And it makes you, if you don't pay attention to it, it makes me cognizant of like, oh, okay, well maybe this was learned from that. And yeah. So we do have a co-host.
So Nee, what does sustaining a healthy mother and daughter relationship look like to you?
I think that number one, just understanding that our parents are just human being, people like us, depending on if you did have a tumultuous or if it was a great relationship. I think I'm realizing now that my mom is just a person, you know what I'm saying? Especially realizing the age she was when I was growing up, and I can kind of see me, I don't have kids, you know what I'm saying? But I think that because I don't have kids, it's easier for me to see it from a different light, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how it feels to have because I feel like when people have kids, it's like someone took their heart out of their chest and it's just walking around doing whatever you want to do, and you want to just protect it because it's your heart, it's so fragile. But I just think that once I realized like my mom and my dad, and I know we're not talking about that, but when I just realized my parents are just people doing the best that they could with what they had, I think you just have to offer them grace.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I agree.
Because we forget, I know for a long time with my mom and my dad too, but mainly my mother, I used to always look past the fact that she was a woman first, a human being first.
Oh, for sure.
And I just like, but you're my mom. Well, I'm like, well, before
Yeah.
before Orion was ever even created, you had other dreams and goals and obligations and desires, and you are a woman and your own individual person first.
Absolutely.
Before you are my mother. So I love that point. Yeah.
And I totally agree with both of you, because I think a lot of times we kind of even with me and my daughter, like yesterday, a prime example of yesterday, I was just, it's been a rough week. I'll just say that. Smile on my face. Rough week. But my daughter came in and she had a conversation with me. She came in and she was like, her conversation, she was ready to, cut me up.
Yeah.
She came in there and she was rolling her head and she was telling me what she didn't like and how she didn't like what I said, and this is this and this is that. And, I was ready to cut back up, but I realized, I said, you know what? This is a moment for her. And it wasn't that she was being disrespectful. She really didn't like what I said. But I also, because I knew that I was going through, I knew how ugly that could have gotten.
Yeah.
So in times past, I turn around and be like, hey, no. And we about to chop each other up today, and I'm going to win, okay? But this time I said, okay. And she said, so that's it? Okay, you're not going to respond? I said, just okay. I grabbed my computer, I grabbed my phone, and I went upstairs to my room.
Yeah.
I texted her and I said, hey, I know you think I blew you off, but I'm having a mama moment right now. I need to have it. I don't have it in me today. And I don't have it in me today. We can't do this. Please respect that. And she texted me back and she said, I understand. Do you need to talk? Now, that doesn't happen with us two. But it was a moment that I just knew that what I was going through, I'm human, but so is she. And to keep it healthy, the communication part of it, because see, I think a lot of times we miss communicating.
Yeah.
The communication part is so breached there. And we miss that part where that effective communication. Hey, if you just tell somebody, she's 14, but if I can just tell her, okay, not today. Okay. And we have that level of respect. Now, had I turned around and I cut up, it would have totally went different. She would have had attitude. I would have had attitude. She would have probably got slapped in the mouth, and I would have been not feeling bad, but I would have been salty about just how the whole thing went. But because we had that moment where it was effective communication, where I just said, not today. I can't do this today. And I texted her back and I said, but tomorrow we can talk.
See, I think that's where that's like the bulk and the basis of where a lot of mother-daughter relationships have a breakdown, is that it feels like as the mother, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have any daughters, but my mom, you know what I mean? It's almost as if like you think because you are the mother that your daughter's opinion or her feelings are null and void. And that's just simply not true.
It is.
Your daughters or your kids in general are not going to stay kids forever.
Right.
They're going to grow up and be people with they have feelings and emotions that are established now. So it can't just be I'm the mother and you got to do as I say, not as I do, and I can't hear you out and I can't level with you or respect your feelings. That's the basis of building a healthy relationship, is being able to hear one another, even if you are the superior because you're the mom.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, another thing that, when Nia and I talked earlier today, or I think it was earlier, even maybe last night, she brought up a great point. Remembering like age difference and that times are totally different now. So a lot of times I think we miss that the age difference, and that things are going to be different. Things are not done the same. The world is changing. So relationships with your mom, and even to piggyback on just the fact that they're human, I can just go back and think about how some things that I had some unforgiveness about towards my mom, even with not even realizing that my mom had me at age 16, and that we grew up together.
Yeah.
You know, forgetting that because I was angry, because I was hurt, and things like that, and forgetting that, you know, not only the age and the maturity part of it, but also that things are different now.
Very.
We grow up, world changes, everything changes around us, and you have to kind of play catch up with how you're going to take care of have a relationship with your daughter, take care of your children. You kind of got to play catch up every few months. It's something different. So you have to do things different, and I think we forget to do that a lot of times.
Yeah, it's always like, oh no, go ahead, Miss Nee.
No, go ahead. I was just saying, like, also, when we grew up, like a lot of people think that these kids have it easier. I don't think so. I mean, because some stuff, unforgivable stuff, is not on tape for the whole entire world to see.
That's right. That's right.
You know, that's a
right.
lot of stress for somebody. You know, everything is recorded, everything is put on blast. It's like, I feel like it's so much anxiety that they have right now, you know. So when Najee came in there, you know, she probably was off that, but we really don't know what they go through on a day.
Right. That's
like
true.
I mean, as much as they tell you, but at the same time, I just feel like it's not the same.
It's not.
It's not the same.
They're throwing a lot of stuff now. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff, and now because of the culture, it's like a lot of things. I think that kids today, teenagers today, are much more aware of themselves and their feelings and their emotions, and they want to be heard, and they want to be able to express themselves, and it shouldn't be a matter of, I'm coming to you as your child or your daughter, and I'm telling you how I feel, and now I'm disrespectful because I'm circumventing my frustrations that I have with life and my frustrations with you as well. So it's just like, you know, back in the day, I remember my mom and my grandmother, you know, there was no talks of, you have anxiety or you feel depressed or I want to talk to you, because now when I was younger, if I was Najee, Debbie would have buried me if I thought I was coming in to have, like, seriously, to have a conversation, to check you about, honey, I would have been dead, wouldn't be no Orion. Yeah. But now it's just like, because that was the norm when I was a kid, I don't have daughters, but with my sons, I make it a point to say, like, even if they're going off the rails, I'm going to need you to chill out, but I hear you. You know what I mean? Like, they're still people, even though they're kids.
Oh, I agree.
So you got to hear them and let them tell you what's bothering them.
And a lot, and, you know, and before we move on to just adult children, a lot of times they don't know that this is in no way, form, or fashion me making an excuse for disrespect. Yeah. But a lot of times, because of how they talk to each other, they don't realize that they're talking to you in a way. Now, yes, it should be a separation of how you talk to your friends and how you talk to your parents. Of course. But a lot of times when their emotions get involved, that just like us. Yeah. You know, when our emotions get involved, you can't tell Dewana nothing.
Tanisha either.
You can't. You just. It's nothing you can say to me at the time that them emotions is at an all-time high. Yeah. It's nothing that you can say to me, and I think a lot of times, I'm guilty of it because I forget that the emotions be having. It'll have my child, you know. So she'll definitely have. She'll definitely have a way of saying it to you, and you'll. I'll stop, and I don't do disrespect. Yeah. Okay, it's just not my thing. But I'm learning that everything that they say isn't intended to be disrespect. Right. But
they know so much now too. Like they don't have to look through the fog. Like they know everything.
Every single
what's
thing.
going on. Every single thing. So you got to think about, if you think about yourself as a child, only difference between an adult is a child is the experience. You're the same person you was when you was a little kid. Yeah. Only difference is the experience that you've gone through. We had to like actually go through these things. These little kids, they're seeing it on the internet. They know what's going on. So it's kind of like, it's not dismissive to, you know, bad behavior at all. But at the same time, I think that I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you think you are an adult because you think you know as much as me.
Yeah.
You think you know, but at the same time, they are experiencing things as a kid shouldn't experience in my
Yeah, definitely. They are experiencing
you know, from my
way
point
more.
A lot.
They're
yeah, way
experiencing
more than they need to.
more than they need to.
Way more.
Way more.
So it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just a thing that we just have to adapt to because that's what we are now.
Right. Woo!
And we're
There
going
it
to
is.
Even say that to even
And
hear-
the crazy
keep
part is
hearing
that
it.
we're going
I'm
to
just gonna
keep
keep it-
evolving past
It
that.
is.
It's going to keep on changing and evolving. So your children's children.
Wanda.
Listen.
My God.
So we have a question,
just
and
saying.
somebody asks us: is disrespect a perception?
I think
I like when we get questions like this. That's why I kept on waiting to go back to it.
I mean, what do you consider disrespect? I mean, back in our day, you know how our moms raised us. If you ask, sometimes even if you asked a question, if you questioned your parent, you'd be disrespectful. Why is me being inquisitive or asking you a question without even having any harm attached to it or any ill meaning behind it? Why is that disrespectful?
Yeah.
And you know what? To even add to that, I feel like that is something, and y'all don't crucify me, that is something that we only do in the Black community.
Check.
Okay?
But can
it's always disrespectful for us as Black people, but Caucasian people, Middle Eastern, other foreign, they allow their kids the chance
The
to
leg
conversate
room.
and the leg room to talk. And then if your kid goes too far, by all means, reel them back.
Yeah.
But at least give them the opportunity to step out there first.
And,
you know?
And Miss Nee, you got
Yeah.
a statement?
I just want to touch on what she said. She said it is in the Black community, but why I believe it is because now you can crucify me if you want to. I usually am. Because I think that it goes back to slavery. And I'm going to say that because if you're used to somebody boom, 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 bam, 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 these things are passed down.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So you absolutely ain't finna talk crazy to me. You absolutely better sit down. You absolutely have to listen to me. You know, even if, I think Nikki Giovanni and Baldwin, they were having a conversation. And he was saying, like, he's out at work every day. When he comes home, she gets the less of him. Yeah. And she like, you out there faking it with him every day. Why can't you fake it with him? Like, I can't. But at the same time, it's like you're doing all this for these people. So it's kind of like when you come back to this is my house. This is where I pay the bills. Boom. It's kind of like law. But the reason that these other people have the freedom to do that because they don't understand oppression. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Oppression to the fact that you can't move, you can't do these things, so you definitely ain't finna talk to me. You ain't finna question me. I want to hear anything. And about the question. So what was the question about? What is
disrespect a perception?
It absolutely is, because you have to have something inside of you going on to even react to something, to responding to it.
Yeah. I agree.
That's all I got.
It's very true.
So let's get off because our hour moves so quick. So let's just talk a little bit about. I wanted to definitely dig into adult relationships, mother and daughter adult relationships. I had someone even mentioned to me, when we get these topics and we put these topics out here, people reach out immediately. Some people that this is like a therapy session to them, so they don't want to actually come on and talk about it. But, one of the things was if my mother has had an addiction, or if she did something so unforgivable as a child and, while we were growing up, and she has not accepted accountability for it, how can I have a healthy relationship with my mother? And I think it's a very good question. And I would definitely go back to what Nee said earlier, and then also having to realize that, they are human. Now, the accountability thing, it is, it's one of those things that you're like, I want everybody to accept accountability.
It's touchy.
But I always, it took some real time for me to learn for myself that I can only be accountable for Dewana.
My Lord. My Lord.
I can only be accountable for how I react to something. I can only be accountable for my actions, far as how I react to them, to my mother, her addiction and things like that. Can I forgive her acts, even if she isn't accountable for those things? So I always have to go back to those things, because I know that I wasn't raised that way. Well, let me just say this. There are some things that was some trauma in my childhood that I didn't forgive my mother for until like 3 years ago. And I'm 37 years old. So I get it. But I definitely think that you have to learn to be accountable for just you, and you can't carry their baggage like we talked about last week. I can't carry your baggage because you don't want to be accountable. Yeah. Does that make it hard for us to have a mother-daughter relationship healthy? I'm sure it does.
Absolutely, it does. This is the thing with, a parent. To me, I feel like it's kind of like almost a repressed memory sometimes if someone does something to you, especially if they're your mom. Maybe it wasn't like their shining moment, and they have chosen to kind of forget that part, and they're hoping that you forget it too. But that's just not the reality of life, and that's not how we deal with trauma. The other part is like, I think when people experience certain situations with their mothers, because we are in a very progressive time, we want to talk about it with our parents, and that is triggering, right? That person has repressed it. You want to talk about it so you can heal. But guess what? Sometimes people are not ready to meet you on the same path that you are on. Your job is to heal for yourself. And even though they may not want to take accountability for it, you got to say to yourself, even if it hurts, like, hey, that's your unhealed wound that you got to deal with because you learned that from somewhere, or somebody did something to you or said something to you to take you to that place, but you can't allow yourself to stop there. You got to keep going. So, forgive them for yourself. Have the type of relationship that is comfortable, in my favorite words, that establishes boundaries and keeps you safe for yourself. Because at the end of the day, whether it's your parent or not, sometimes our parents are toxic. That's right. And we have to establish boundaries and protect ourselves. They're people just like us.
What would you say about that, Nee?
I think that you're absolutely right that you have to heal for yourself, but at the same time, I believe that you do need to release those things. My suggestion would be to write a letter, right? You don't have to give it to them, but burn it so you can release that back into the earth. At least, release that back into release it, because I had to do that. To be honest, I had to do that, and I read the letter to my mom, and it just made me bawl. I had to write a letter to my mom and my dad. And it just made me bawl reading both of them. But what I realized is how great of a woman my mother was and is. You know what I'm saying? And it just made me realize how much that she's given, and how, it just made me feel so good and so proud to be her daughter, and that's what I expressed to her in that letter. You'd be surprised when you start writing, when your hand and your pen meets the paper, you'll be surprised what your heart has to say. And I would suggest just writing a letter, because people do need to release, and that's why they feel the need to release on people, because they have to get that energy out. That's just what I believe. You have to get it out.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. Definitely. And that's where forgiveness happens, where you can forgive not only yourself for harboring it, but you can forgive them. And even if you can't build a healthy relationship, because let's just be honest, 100% honest, that every mother and daughter isn't going to have a healthy relationship. It's just what it is. And, I think you have to be more so honest with, your feelings, and do what Nee said and do what Orion said to get those things off of you, because you have to heal for yourself. So if you have a parent or mother where your mother doesn't accept accountability for the actions that she that happened when you guys were children or when you were growing up, I think it's for you, so that you won't be toxic for you. Because when I was driving here, I heard the Lord say self-toxic. I heard the Lord say self-rejection. And I don't know. I just was like, wow, okay. And I'm taking mental notes. But I think that's how you those things happen. That type of toxics you bring to yourself. Those type of rejections you bring to yourself, because let's be that's another honest moment. Everything is not everybody. Everything isn't rejecting you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just self-rejection.
Absolutely.
Because you didn't let go.
Yeah, and you have to if you want to, if you want to lead a healthy life. Harboring things don't just affect you mentally; they can also have an effect on you physically as well. You'll notice that you're not able to function the way that you should. It will always be something that's triggering you and bothering you. That's why it's so imperative, if you do have an unhealthy relationship with your parent, and even if they aren't willing to take accountability or to hear you out, I always suggest going to a therapist. Therapy is the most beautiful tool to deal with a parent or any type of relationship that is weighing you down or is a burden or heavy on your heart. Talk to people so that you can get, tools and the necessary ideas of how to work those things out, because sometimes people just don't want to hear you, and they'll be, well, that happened when you were 16 or when you were 12 and I didn't know, I'm still learning. Well, yeah, we're all learning.
Right.
But if you do something to your child, or even myself, no, I don't know all the tools.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's my first time at the merry-go-round, but I know, when you hurt somebody. And if someone comes to you as their child and they're saying, Mom, you hurt me, or I don't like when you do this to me, what type of human being are you not to say, you know what, let me fix that, or let me apologize, or make right what I made wrong.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I did get some, we did get some things that we wanted to just share with you guys too. It is almost 8:00. We do have a few more minutes, but I wanted to get this out. Sustainability for a healthy mother and daughter relationships, and just a few things that we can give you that could actually help you. One of the things I want you guys to make sure that you write at the top of that list is writing a letter. What Nee said, because I think that is really a good way to release what you're feeling. If you guys aren't in a place where you're ready to go to therapy and talk it out, or things like that, where you're ready to have the conversation verbally, I think that a good way to do that is to write the letter. So make sure that you add that to the top of your list. Effective communication. Again, we already talked about that, and remembering the age difference and the times have changed. Also, spending quality time together. I think spending quality time together, if you do not spend quality time with your mother, make it something that you start to do. Even if it's something that you have to initiate as the daughter, because I'm a daughter. And sometimes, and my daughter, even with my daughters, sometimes as the child, you do have to initiate it, because I'm as a mother, sometimes we're just so busy, or a mother generationally isn't used to initiating that type of love to her daughter. Absolutely. And that type of time being spent with her daughter, so she doesn't know how. The cycle has to be broken somewhere, so you initiate it. And I'm speaking as a daughter and as a mother. Praying together, sincere conversation. Now let's go back to praying together. Praying together is just like so intricate. Because, and I'm talking about in that real prayer time where you guys have, even if it's a once a month thing, because we can be honest and say mother and daughter, especially adults, it may not happen on occasionally, but once a month, try to get some prayer time in together, because it can help with the release. It can help you get some of the things out that you're feeling, and just being able to go to God together.
Absolutely.
Sincere conversation. A lot of times, sincere conversation, for me, I don't know how to always have a sincere conversation with my 14-year-old all the time because of the age difference. So this was great to be on the list of age difference, because I don't always know what to say to the child, because sometimes I feel like it's just... Sometimes my baby walking in there with me, and I'd be like, here we go.
Yeah.
Because like Nee said, though, so that helped me actually, because of things that we don't even know that they go through.
I think the best thing you can do is to just listen to her, respect her, validate her, and affirm her. Always.
I feel like I do all those things. And I feel
Yeah,
like it's
but
just
you know
Ask her what she know.
Yeah.
ask her what she knows.
I asked her what. I asked her what you know about this topic, so I can know where to go from there. What do you
Okay.
know? Tell me
So
what you know
actually,
about it.
you know, I was gonna actually, her and I actually asked her earlier today to be on the show, to just come in and just, you know, and I was like, you can be transparent. You can be transparent on how you feel. You can be transparent on the questions that are asked. You can say, hey, you don't do this. You can. I said, I'm okay with you doing that on the air. I'm open to it. And she was all ready for it. And then she was just like, yeah, no, maybe next time. Just say, no, not today. But that's because of something that she was going through. And I respect that, you know, on what she was going through, and was like, okay, next time. And that's that.
Yeah.
But I did tell her, like, hey, because I really want her to be able to, I desire to always have a healthy relationship with all of my children, but definitely with my daughters. It's easy to have a healthy relationship with my sons, because boys are always, you know, always like I can have a healthy relationship with my mom, or I can just, you know, boys and moms are different,
Very different.
but a healthy relationship with your daughter, I desire that, to always have that, because for a long time, you know, me and my mom's relationship was just kind of masked.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So, so we have some fun on the list. You know, have some real fun, some crazy fun. You know, Nee, I know your mom is here in Michigan, but you're there in Atlanta, and I know that you guys visit frequently. And, you know, just things like that. Even if your mom is in a separate state, you can still you guys can still have fun, family trips, things like that. I think it's necessary to, no matter your mom's age, no matter your child's age, to have fun, genuine fun.
I recently traveled with my mom for my birthday.
I know you guys did.
You know what? And she's short and she's crazy, and she drives me absolutely mad. But you know what? I had so much fun with that crazy lady.
And
I really did.
She was so happy to be with her babies.
She was like, I think if she took one more picture, I was like, put the phone down.
She was so happy to be with her daughter. She didn't know what to do.
We did. But you know what though?
I travel with my mom too.
Traveling with your parent, especially with your mom, is something different. But as I get older, I value that time.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this was needed. So I'm like, hey, where do we want to go? I want to do something else. Because it was great.
I traveled with my mom recently to New Orleans, and I was like,
this is interesting.
This is a little different.
baby.
But amen. But we had fun. I mean, fun. Okay, fun, like real fun. And you know, it was one of those, you got to let each other be who they are. You know, and it was like real fun, because we respected the boundaries. Okay.
Yes.
And it was fun. We had a good time. So let me read this quick comment. I just had a mother-daughter dates with each of my daughters individually and collectively. This is helping in bridging the gap for healthy conversations between us. This is good. Listen, the dates is really, really good, because I have to take my daughters individually and then together all the time. And I've always done that, because I always, even though my daughter she's become a teenager, and you know, it's just like, I don't want to be with you. But I know that how I would say, I don't want to be with you, but I really wanted to be with you. So I just kind of make it my business.
I love it. That's a good idea.
Our producer said I go on dates with my daughter. In fact, she requested it. His daughter is like 2.
Aww.
So she's 3. Ella's
She's 3.
So that is super cute. Okay, I love that.
That's awesome.
So
look, I'm grown, and I'll tell my mom in a minute. Like,
let's go to dinner.
I want to go somewhere.
That's right, and you gotta pay
now.
Mom, you gotta pay.
Yeah, treat me.
That's right. So we got 3 more that's on the list. So real talk, just having, you know, we said sincere conversations, but real talk, those real raw grit, them real gritty conversations, you know, you got to have those. It can be uncomfortable sometimes, but I think it's important to have those, because you never know what wisdom she has for you and they have for you. You know, you just never know. And I think somebody said that. I think Nee said that, you know, listen. Yeah. Or, you know, because that is what Angelina just said, bridging the gap.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's some things that your mom doesn't know now that Me and my mom have conversations about stuff all the time about mental health and things like that. And even on vacation, she said, "I never knew that."
Oh,
I'm like,
that.
"You how old, Debbie?" But it was so cool to hear her say it because I was like, well, now I know that we need to keep having conversations about these things so that you know. So it's setting you free, but it's also setting your parent
Absolutely.
free too, because it's something they weren't afforded because times are so different.
Definitely must be
Right.
open communication. I agree. Accepting accountability, we talked about that. So that's on the list as well. And then one of my favorite is the impartation from one to another, which we just talked about. That impartation from one to another and with mixed with that open communication, that is just that wisdom that can
Stellar.
be imparted into you, no matter if you have a healthy. Okay. No matter if you have a healthy or it's an unhealthy and you're building towards a relationship, a good relationship with your mother, that impartation, no matter what their past look like, I'm telling you, they have some wisdom there.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter. Just like just said, her mom said, "Oh, I didn't know that." That's the same thing that I sometimes learn from my mom. I call my mom all the time. Okay. Some things my mom only know. Nobody else.
Absolutely.
Like nobody else. Because even at 37, I know that there's some prayers that my mom can get
That's the
to
truth.
heaven, to God, that nobody else can get them there.
That's the truth.
Also, there's some wisdom in some areas that I know she's experienced those things. No matter if it's a good or bad thing, I can call her.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys got anything to add to the list? I know my list was kind of
Meditation.
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 Okay.
I like that.
Let me add
I
that
like
to the
that
list.
down.
Meditation. Yes. I say that because it's nothing like having a clear channel, and it's nothing like trying to silence the chatter and all the thoughts so that you can also hear what's your next best move.
Okay.
I like that. Very good.
And then let's make sure that we say the one that you added to the list.
Which was it?
Respecting
And setting boundaries.
That's
you know,
definitely necessary.
yes, we are older. Yes, we still have to be respectful because that's still your mom, but you can still establish boundaries in a healthy, respectful way.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what boundaries are, Google that. Look at some examples on YouTube. Maybe you don't want your mom to call you at 5 a.m. for prayer and then hang up in your face. Maybe you want her to call you at 8 after you've brushed your teeth. Hey, Debbie. But they do what they want to do anyway. So we just roll with it.
They do what they want to do, but I
Yes.
think it is important to have the
Absolutely.
boundaries. Even if it's said and they don't respect them, at least it's said, the seed is planted and it's there.
You watered it, it's planted.
It really, what can you do? So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I thank everybody for tuning in on today. I thank you so much, Nee, for being our guest.
Yay!
I do.
You gotta come back,
You
Nee.
do.
You are
You
excellent.
definitely do. Definitely gotta come
invite
back.
me back.
Definitely, we definitely will invite you back. I'm actually going to be again in Atlanta this weekend with Nee. So she has a show tomorrow. So for those that just tuned in, she has a show tomorrow. A spoken word show. It is spoken word tomorrow, right?
Yeah, spoken word.
Okay,
Love
so
it.
she has that tomorrow. So I am going to go live on my Sister Circle page so you guys can be involved in hearing Miss Nee. Again, one more time, Miss Nee is the writer and vocalist to our intro, When the Jones Come Down. So anytime that you hear When the Jones Come Down, come on our show. That is Miss Nee. She was our special guest host today, performed earlier. So if you missed it, make sure that you go back and you rewatch that. Follow all her business pages. Also, make sure that you download the albums and listen to them, please, because you really will like them. And that is everything.
Yeah.
Awesome. Peace.
I'm sorry. Yay! I was hoping you said that. Next week, we do have another special show. Next week, we are going to, I told you guys before that we were going to shake some things up. So next week, I love when you do this, Charlie. So next week, we are going to have another guest next week. I'm not sure if she'll guest host with us, but she definitely will come on. So what we're going to do for the rest of the month of August and some of September is we are going to have some people on here, and we are going to promote these women's, our sisters' businesses, everything that they're doing right now. We are going to promote for the month of August. So Nee started this off. So we thank you, Nee, for performing and just putting your business and your everything out there for us to, you know, to enjoy. So we love you, Nee. I will see you tomorrow.
Love you too.
I'm so excited
I
to see you tomorrow.
I'm excited.
All right.
Yay.
So, you want to pray us out?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Father God, we thank you for this precious time we have had with our special guest and all the moms and daughters that tuned in today. Lord, we pray that something that was said that would prick a heart, be a willing tool to apply to life and to bridge the gap between mother-daughter relationships. And we ask that you would bless each and every viewer, each and every mother-daughter relationship that was present on today, Lord. And we thank you for all your many blessings. We bless each and every viewer this weekend. In your name, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. All right, guys. See you next week. Bye. Oh, well, actually, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Don't
on
forget to catch
MySisterCircle.
Luana's live.
Mm-hmm.